and he had disappeared westward. Far in the distance, there is another mountain, probably about 25 to 30 miles away from where you guys currently are. This little cave cliffside, and then there's a lot of desert between you guys and the mountain. About halfway between those two, favoring you guys, it's closer to you guys slightly than it is than the other side of the mountain, is that wreckage where you guys had fallen from those spires. Um, and like from this distance, like and this height especially, lower than this cliff, there's like the winds that are kind of constant in the desert are blowing sands around and kind of obscuring the ground. But shining through that, you can still see as it gets darker those glowing nodes. So they might be drawing attention from quite a distance around because from higher elevations you can see it pretty easily.
Okay.
Just so you guys know.
So, guys, I was thinking, as long as everybody's hoods or communication stones are ready, we all just head there and plan on our way over towards those nodes. And if we can't reach anybody, we just kind of land halfway and communicate from that point.
Amos doesn't have a HUD.
Yeah, he's got his
Yeah, but we have
communication
sending
stone, though.
stones between me and him. And I have my hood.
Okay.
I just hop right on my griffin right then.
All right.
So are we planning on... I'm sorry, I might have missed that. Fighting these things or not?
Let's
thought
plan
we were
on our
heading
way
to the
there. Let's get
shards.
going. Seconds matter.
I thought we were headed to the shards to collect the shards.
Yeah, let's collect the shards.
So is everyone hopping on their griffins?
Let's go.
Giddy
As
up,
you
go.
do, their wings spread as you guys begin mounting them, and you can feel immediately this difference inside your griffins. It's like this radiating this power, and it begins like generating air around. All of them begin generating this air around themselves, and as they begin prancing back and forth in a little bit of excitement and takeoff, you can actually watch as their feathers begin shifting into this kind of windy force, as if they were converting into this kind of tangible organic wind, if you would. It's this intense magic that's engulfing all of the griffins, and as you mount them, you can actually feel that energy transferring from your guys' legs up into your own bodies as you kind of grab a hold of them, becoming under the same effect that they are.
So cool.
The sand around you guys is beginning to kick up as the wind intensifies. And is anyone doing anything, or is just taking off?
I'm gonna hurdle off the side.
Okay, the griffins in this intense dash. I know this is like meta knowledge, but for reference, they move when they dash off this cliff at 600 feet in a single turn.
What the
Dash
hell?
straight off of this cliff, and you feel yourself become like this grouping of wind with this griffin as you guys plow through the air, going extraordinarily fast towards those crystals.
Perhaps there's a certain amount of wind assistance to where they couldn't just turn on a dime and go the opposite direction.
You definitely get the impression that they are under the effect of a magic, some kind of spell.
Ooh.
It's like
That
getting
sounds
fucking
really
launched out of a
exciting.
cannon. I want to do the math on that to figure out the G-force, because that might have just killed us.
It's actually, the math of it doesn't sound as great as 600 feet sounds. If you actually do the math, because that's 600 feet in 10 seconds, which is only 60 feet per second.
So one round is 6 seconds.
So it's only about 41 miles per hour.
Okay. You wouldn't want to do that as of 1/10 of a second, but Yeah, if it takes like a second to get going, then you're okay.
No, you guys literally like are part. Like you don't feel organs smacking into the back of from any kind of force. Like you guys looking down are under the effects of the spell. Your torsos and everything would be like these torrential winds and stuff. You look as if you are made out of wind right now.
Wow.
All right.
Okay. So after we start going, I start thinking into the hood, trying to prepare.
All right. Let me bring everyone to the next map. You guys doing any planning or no?
For sure. Yeah. So while we're loading that map, or maybe even before. So for sure we're getting that big moat that I surrounded with my wood. Like whatever we're gonna have to fight. Like we saw some cobbles in the distance, but I would fight all of them to get that specific moat. What do you guys think?
I don't think kobolds are overtly that dangerous. I think we could like maybe spread out a little bit, be more efficient.
So you're thinking grab all of them and maybe don't even bother fighting the kobolds.
I am almost okay taking all of them and possibly fighting all of them.
Because we could get some extra experience fighting them?
Yes. I have a need for a dodge of dragon fire in my heart. And that's another rogue level.
Oh, okay. If you level once, you get some sort of dodge of dragon fire.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I'm gonna be right back. I gotta run to the bathroom super quick.
Oh, shoot. Okay. So, Seth, what ideas do you have about fighting the kobolds? It sounds like,
I'm just gonna fly around raining arrows down on them. I think that's a pretty good plan.
okay. So, I would just as soon not fight them. All of this is like being relayed by Calamithy. I would just as soon not fight them, but it sounds like you guys are pretty keen, and I'm not. I'm not at all dead set. Like
I think
our
you're
last
being
plan.
I think you're being optimistic that we won't have to. I think it's going to happen regardless to what we do. I'm not seeing as not fighting as an option. I don't think any of us are.
So just okay, so you're figuring maybe they get there first. Probably they get there first. And
Or while we're gathering.
okay, yeah. You're figuring probably they get there at some point before you get all of them. So you're only thinking strategy of how to defeat all of them.
My biggest worry is if they are connected to a red dragon in the area, that would probably make him angry that we slaughtered a bunch of his underlings and took some treasure that he probably wanted.
That is true.
So
As you guys are discussing and reach about halfway there, you notice a weird energy shift in the air, and the air just feels odd. But continue.
oh shoot.
Do I notice anything wrong with our griffin?
Does the air feel different to you guys?
Yes, but
You
I'm
don't
not
notice
sure why.
anything with your griffin. Like, as in, like, nothing changes.
Does Mr. Vision reveal anything?
Do you choose to use it?
Yeah.
Okay. You activate your Mr. Vision, and I want you to roll an Arcana check for me.
Okay. 7.
There is definitely traces of magical energy in the air. Looking back from where you came, it looks like it's slowly like pushing its way in all like the diameter of itself, like it's expanding slowly and surely. But you guys had just entered this area with this very odd mix of magical energies that you've never seen before within the air. And I would also note that with Mishra Vision looking down, you would be able to easily recognize that the griffins and yourself are currently under the effects of the wind walk spell.
Very cool.
The
But
what spell?
It's called wind walking.
what you just described, there's like a sphere coming from the orbs or coming from where we came from of influence?
Yeah, it does look like it's actually kind of centered on, in the distance, the glowing wreckage. You guys here are closer than you actually are, but you're about halfway to the glowing wreckage now. And it looks
there's
like
a growing sphere of influence in some way coming from them.
Right, and it's expanding in all dimensions. Up,
Does it have
left,
a color?
right. The like part that's expanding or the interior of it. Because the energies coming within are a bunch of varying different colors, and they're like kind of like intermittent. With your Mishra Vision, it would actually kind of look like a silvery thread going out in all directions around you.
That sounds spectacular to behold.
Would it kind of look like a powerful energy source is like leaking energy off?
I think it would look like a epicenter of a thread symmetrically coming undone that was leaking in energies everywhere that the thread was unraveling.
So the last thing I said is, did you guys feel anything?
No.
I felt the change in the air. Not sure what it was though.
So it looks like the fabric of the world is torn right there.
What? I turn on my Mr. Vision and look at it.
Would you like to roll an Arcana? Or you can instead do a Perception, but you can't do both.
Arcana then.
Okay.
Oh, good roll. 17.
Can I roll a perception?
Sure.
$16.
Emus, are you wanting to roll anything?
Oh, roll perception. Why not?
Thankful for my +5.
23.
Oh, put me to shame.
Boogie, what are you in search of?
I have a +8 to perception, so.
So Shija, I have my Mr. Vision on immediately after she said that, like, the stuff is coming undone. Jeez. At first, I'm just looking at what I can see with my Mr. Vision because she probably had some sort of information that doesn't sound like just.
Ooh, I have a good way of representing what it would look like. Have you guys ever taken Jesus? Have you ever taken like cattails or something along those lines where it's like real fluffed up material, or like sawdust is another good example, and kind of put it in a circular pile, and then ignited it from the middle, and how it kind of like slowly burns outward.
Well, I guess we found the pyromaniac.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I haven't done that specifically, but I can absolutely envision what that sort of thing would be like.
So it's kind of like that, but no burning, just this looking like this magical undoing of a thread. This like magical
Oh, that's
thread.
not good.
Yeah.
Wow, that sounds terrible. I'd relay that to our party. From what I see, it looks like the Mr. Vision is showing me some sort of undoing of thread. Like, that's what it seems like to me.
But Zoe and
terrible.
Emus, what were you two trying to search for with your orbs?
I am looking to see if I can see any kobolds approaching.
goldfish.
Your mic's on, babe.
I realized that.
He was looking
So
for kobolds.
what did you say?
I'm looking for kobolds or creatures in the area.
Looking around for creatures, there is none that you can see through the distance of like anything here, but it is like slightly about like 5 feet, 6 feet off the ground, maybe up to 10 feet in some areas. There's like wind blowing sand, so every now and then it kind of obscures areas. It would
So, like,
probably
dust
be
devils?
easier. It would probably be easy for any kind of tan creature or something like that to hide pretty easily amongst it, but you don't see anything moving or anything like that.
I was trying to look to see what was causing the shift in the wind, the feeling of change that
Okay,
I could perceive.
Emus, I would also say probably about 10, 15, like, okay, so we'll say like 12 miles to the west. You can see what looks like through the sandy storm, like it looks kind of like the illumination of torches. Very far off in the distance. But you rolled high, so. And sweet. Any kind of what with the Mr. Vision? Any kind of
I was trying to perceive what the change in the wind was, what happened in the shift of the wind.
So it just looks like the wind is blowing heavily in this area. Like it's this kind of deserty, rocky, but also a sand dune kind of area. Very large and flat opening between the two, like the cliff and the mountain. It's just sand blowing from the winds.
I'm going to go ahead and summon an air elemental.
Okay, as you come closer and begin channeling that magic, you watch as it takes about 10 seconds for this to happen, actually. But as you go to cast your magic, there's like an interference with the current spell. Everyone else kind of like zooms past you, keep going very fast, and you and your griffin begin slowing down rapidly and shifting back into the more material form as the windwalking spell ceases on you and your griffin. And now you are able to cast your spell.
I would absolutely notice that crap.
So you guys kind of like double back, or
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't say
Yeah, I
I'd
definitely
double back
wanna-
so much as drop out of speed and slow way down for him.
as you give a slight squeeze to your griffin, instinctually Griffin knows to kind of start turning, and you watch as that spell affecting you and your griffin ceases, starting at the top of you and then finishing with the griffin.
I'm not sure what that means. Like whatever spell was on our griffin is now not there.
At currently, those two who did that, yes, unless you like the you and Calamacy haven't ended your guys' spells yet. You guys are still currently under that spell. I don't know what you guys are doing. If you're continuing to fly forward or just circling within maintaining
Well, I
the
just
spell,
want to kind of
or-
look backwards. Are they still moving forward with us? Just
Yeah,
at slower pace?
Yeah, I haven't stopped.
Okay.
Okay. Where are you
Let's
summoning your air
continue.
elemental?
Just right next to us.
So you got like an air beast?
I have conjure. That was my blessing. I can conjure elemental.
Oh, okay.
1 second.
That's like an I'm gonna use it.
I wonder if it's as
Damn
fast
darn
as
tootin'.
us, because like
So
No.
you summon the air elemental up in the air next to you.
Hmm.
It whirs into life. 1 second. And you notice as soon as you summon it, the location that you summon it, it begins to slowly, very, very slowly sink towards the ground. Unable to fly, only hover.
Um, after I summon it, I'm gonna command it to go and scout out the area and um create like a spattering of dust up from the ground if it finds anything, any creature.
so real quick, where would you summon this along our path? Like would you do it right at the end or like the halfway mark?
What path? I summoned it right next to me.
Well, sure, but I mean like say it takes 15 minutes from us to get to the cave from the cave to the moats. How far along
I'm
would you
summoning
summon?
it. I'm assuming that we're where we are on the map right now.
On the new map?
Correct.
You guys are actually quite a bit ways away still.
Oh, well, then I'm not doing this
But
yet.
if you would have done this closer, we can be closer.
Yeah, I'm like when we're where we are on the map, kind of close to it. I would summon it and tell it to go scout.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Yeah, once we're
admitted-
close. That makes a lot more sense to me. I was just wondering before we get there, I was wanting to get everybody's ideas of what sort of strategy we'd have. And I got most of an idea of that at this point.
Okay, as you summon it, it begins kind of slowly sinking but moving its way forward.
Cool. Yeah, from this map that we have loaded. Before we get to that point, Bezoit, the other two are just kind of thinking of strategies to kill the kobolds. I was thinking maybe we could get all of the moats and be on our way, but what do you think?
Well, isn't it the red dragon that is controlling these moats?
Controlling the moats? No?
Yeah, aren't they gathering the shards for the red dragon?
Oh, not that I know of, but maybe.
Isn't that what was said at our last session? That they're taking it back to the red dragon?
No,
Anybody?
during the session, no, but
You watch as a bunch of dust kicks up over here very violently, Emus. A moment later, you see what looks like a horned marsupial flying into the air with small shards of crystals flowing out of its pouch.
Did
okay.
nobody else hear anything about them collecting the shards for the dragon?
So, between sessions, we were like, yeah, kobolds can be aligned. Hey, how come you're sneaking that way? Silly. Kobolds can be aligned towards trying to help out a dragon, and that's like a really lore-friendly sort of thing. But, yeah, anyways, I think we got all the strategy that we need.
I was under the impression that they're collecting them for the red dragon or the dragons that are aligned with the bad. So I want to go over there and
Okay,
fight.
well, yeah, if you communicated that to me, then I would be on board with the bloodthirsty team. Like, let's take these jerks out.
So, what are you guys doing? The air elemental, other than that one interaction so far, is still not finding anything. And he's kind of running around back and forth.
Oh. Okay. So once we're here, I figure I take all of the biggest nodes that I can find. Actually, you know what? Let me work along the outskirts. Take whatever nodes are on the outskirts and start moving towards collecting everything.
Okay, go ahead and move your griffin wherever you are.
Oh, okay.
And are the remaining of you coming out? Are you attempting to end that spell, or are you staying with the wind walk?
Amos is going to take up a patrol and start circling the area.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to come out of the spell.
Okay. You watch as, similar to the others, the spell ends, starting with you at the top of your head and ending with the griffin.
Control is height.
As you guys fly around, Emus, you don't seem to see any hostiles here. It looks like you guys got here before any kobolds or anything.
I'm going to remain vigilant.
Okay. I will require occasional perception checks from you as you roll
Sure.
around.
Yeah, I want to scout out the area, make sure the scene's safe, that I don't see anything. Do I see the blasted omen anywhere?
You do not.
When I touch down, I instruct my griffin to fly, I don't know, 60, 100 feet above the ground, and I make a wide arc with my finger, saying to, like, check in every direction, just not at all the direction that we just came from. That doesn't make sense.
So there is a wind blowing from the west, which is the location that the mountains where the kobolds descended from were coming from, to the east, which is where you guys came from.
Oh, yeah, if we know that the kobolds are coming from the west, I'd have it just patrol north and south from that direction, like 100 feet west of the crystals.
I thought you were
Okay.
collecting crystals.
Yes, I am personally, but the griffin might not be very good at doing that.
Oh.
Okay,
No,
so
it's-
if you're hopping off, I will pop you down
No, it's-
here. Let me know if anyone's hopping off their griffin, and I can give them a token.
I'm gonna go ahead and hop off and gather some crystals too.
So, Boogie's griffin heads off to go patrol. Are you wanting Adler to do the same thing?
Yes.
And where are you wanting to drop off? Ping it on the map. Clamacy, what do you want? Okay, and what do you want your griffin to do? Mike's off.
I don't really have any specific orders for it. We already have quite a bit patrolling.
Okay, so it would probably just hang out with you then, if you didn't tell it to go do anything.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
All right. Is everyone kind of just starting to pick up these rocks? What are you doing with them? Kind of putting them in a located area?
I'll just toss them in my pack.
Okay, there's more than will fit in everyone's packs. There are a ton of crystals here.
Oh, okay.
But we're not trying to take them all, are we?
Did the moats get like split up, or yeah, these are all air moats, right?
Yes, and there are varying sizes. Some of them, like there's actually like dust too, but there's larger chunks like these, medium size, small chunks.
Okay. If it appear if it appears at a glance that there's no way we'd be able to get the smallest ones, I'd start with more medium-sized ones.
Okay,
out
this
of
is the one that is
conveniences.
wrapped up in hardwood.
Okay, that we're gonna have that one. I'm not as concerned about that one at this point.
Climacy, as you walk that way, you do notice, even though it's kind of covered with the sand blowing, um, looks like little trails and prints in the sand here, and that looks like a trail heading eastward. Emus, perception check, please.
Got it. Ha! Rolled a 20. So that'd be 28.
As you are flying, were you kind of just like looking with human eyes or Mr. Vision? I didn't clarify.
I'm looking with normal eyes.
Okay. As you're flying around on your griffin, in normal griffin, right?
Yeah.
You're not wind walking? Okay.
Right.
Very suddenly, it looks like as you're looking around, it's like nothing. Like it's clear. There's like that occasional flickering of in the distance where you can see peeking over the horizon of a dune, the torches, and then disappearing again in the darkness. But very violently loud, right in front of your face, you see this flash of red, almost like a lightning strike that goes from your left to right, like right center around your vision. And you hear as these three things get thrown out of whatever this crack of red lightning was and plummet to the ground, into the soft sand below you.
Well, I'll swoop down to investigate that.
As you do, you see struggling to stand up this creature right here. 3 of them. Dazed and confused. Oh, the last, I just shared this. It's a spoiler. I didn't mean to put it as a spoiler.
Aha.
Where are they?
Damn it.
Jeez, what the heck?
There, now do you see it? Okay.
Yep.
They are right here.
What is that? Looks like some sort of like monster that's like based on a scorpion / a mosquito.
Give me a second.
Definitely a notebook.
A notebook.
Yep, a notebook.
They sound like their wings flapping like locusts as they try to stand up. It looks like they have blood dripping from their long, mangled fangs and bat claws.
How big
They
are
do
they?
not. They are. Large. They look quick. They look very predatorial. Their back legs look like they're purpose built for long strides and stringing, and they have a long, dripping stinger as a tail. It's like some kind of venom or poison coming out of it. You
Well, I'm gonna
have
be-
what is before you 3 bone devils. I can't find a really good one for it, so I'm just going to use these 3. Ah.
Oh, that's so cute now.
As you fly over to investigate, looking over at them, one of them turns and you can hear as it begins clicking and communicating with the others. And you see as these void eyes with this little red energy of horrible, like magic within the center of their eyes look up and peer at you with intent to kill. I need you to roll initiative.
Ema's got 10.
Sorry, we're too
Hello,
far
lady.
away to help. You're on your own, buddy.
Once I notice them, I can start shooting.
You guys would have heard a streak of red or a streak of lightning and then like a pop, and you would have seen like a glowing red from that distance. But they're gonna have a whole initiative before you guys get to. So 10.
I rolled a big old 5.
Well, you don't.
Oh no, wait, I
roll
add my
yet.
initiative to that though, right?
Well, no, you don't roll yet.
Oh, never mind. Just kidding.
All right. Emus got a 10. One devil 1.
Don't worry, Bazoid, I'll bring him your way real soon.
I appreciate it, buddy.
21. 19.
You're listing out their initiatives?
Just talking out loud, I think.
Okay. So, turning and looking over at you, Emus, you are currently 70 foot away.
Okay.
Wait, I thought that you said there was only 3 of them that got shot out.
Yeah, the initiative
Sure.
list is short enough that you're seeing it repeat. See how I'm
Oh.
on there twice? It's circling
Oh.
around.
Emus, you feel this telepathy begin to pierce your mind as the center one looks up and you hear this voice in your brain attempting to communicate with you. However,
Okay.
it's this infernal tongue that you do not recognize as it beckons for a response. And then a moment later, after no response is given, it gives a click and all 3 of them begin heading over towards you. You were 70 feet away. You watch as it leaps into the air and begins to fly, flapping its wings like a locust. The other joins. As they come swinging up towards you, flapping their wings aggressively, you can feel your griffin tense its muscles behind you, having never seen something like this before. And you watch as both of the creatures kind of flip their tail around and try to fling this acid from their tail at you. I need you to make... They fling twice each. I need you to make 4 dexterity saving throws for me, please.
4? Oh boy.
Nice.
No, that was not my roll. That was me confirming that it was 4 rolls. First one is going to be 26. Second one is going to be 21. Third one is going to be 12. And the last one's going to be 26.
Okay, so first 2, you dodge both. The third one comes in, lands as the fourth one misses. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw for me.
Oh boy. 8.
You get hit with 18 poison damage.
I'm resistant to poison. Let's go. Oh no, I'm immune. Oh, I'm immune to being poisoned.
Okay,
And-
so you would have been poisoned for a minute after that, so you're immune to the poisoned effect, but you take the initial poison damage of 18.
Okay.
I bet you're resistant to poison damage.
A poison creature has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
Right, but isn't poison a type of damage?
So you can be immune to poison or immune to being poisoned. Poisoned is a status effect. Poison is a damage type.
And I'm not resistant to poison. I'm resistant to disease. I can't notate that in here, so I put poison with an asterisk.
All right. It's here in Stella's turn.
All right. I'm gonna lean to have Stella bank to the left or right. I'm sorry.
To the left,
And
to the left.
what's the flying speed?
Outside of the wind
in
walk,
Oh,
outside of wind walking, it is a memento. 80-foot flying speed. So you could dash for 160.
I'm not trying to dash. I'm just going to make a move. All
Well, the
right,
griffin can dash, and it's the griffin's turn, not yours. It's not like you're using an action for the griffin to dash. But you can do whatever you want. I just want you to know that.
Oh,
Oh,
All right. Thank you. Okay. Well, then I'll do that then. Then I am going to turn.
Oh. Sorry, I need you to roll another Constitution saving throw for the concentration on your air elemental.
12.
So 18 divided by 2 is 9. So you had to beat a 10, so you save. Your air elemental still exists.
And it takes
Well,
concentration.
it would still exist if my concentration broke.
Right,
I just would no longer be in control of it.
Right.
Oh shoot!
And it turns hostile.
Yeah. So from my vantage point here, I'm going to turn and I'm going to fire at all 3. So here's the question. That ability I have to shoot at 3 targets, if there are 3 separate targets, and that allows me to jump around, teleport 10 feet in any direction. Am I able to not teleport and still use that ability, or do I have to teleport?
You would have to teleport, but you could just teleport where you stand, right?
I don't know, can I?
Send me the ability so I can read it.
Okay.
What's it called? I can look it up. Teleporting strike or something?
It's distant strike. It's a feat. Or class ability or something, I don't know. It's distant strike either way.
It's something.
Yeah, it says when you take the attack action, you can teleport up to 10 feet. You can
I
teleport.
I don't think it's required. It would say you teleport up to 10 feet before each attack to an unoccupied, but it says you can teleport.
Okay, cool. Then I'm gonna aim back and take a shot at all 3.
Okay.
First one. Nat 20. Let's go.
Nice.
I love this dice, dude. I just roll it. Just fuck you. It is. Next one is the nat 1. Wow, this is a roller coaster. And the last shot is a 22 to hit.
Hits.
Okay. So that's going to be 16 points of damage for the last shot.
Hold on. I need to number these or I'm going to lose track. Okay.
And then, how are we doing critical damage again? Maximum
So-
roll and then add a roll?
Yes, you roll and then add max.
Okay.
It was 16 to the non crit one.
I'm sorry, it was not 16. It was 12. Can't do math today, apparently. And then the crit one is going to be 11, 19 points.
Total.
Yep.
Okay.
That doesn't sound possible to me.
But my attack roll is 1d8 plus 6. And I rolled a 5.
So that'd be 25 damage. If it's
Uh-huh.
8 plus 6, if it's a D8 plus 6 is your roll, and you rolled a crit,
Yep.
it'd be your 5 is your
Yep.
hit damage, and then plus 6, and then plus 8, which is your max, and then plus 6.
Oh, and plus 6 again?
Yeah, you get the 6 twice.
Oh.
Nice.
Okay.
Yay, crits.
Yes. So that'd be 25. You're right.
Nice, satisfying crit.
All right,
And then
your
that
shot
one.
throws right through the air and hits the creature, painfully letting out a horrendous infernal yell. And you definitely get the vibe from the interaction you've had so far. These creatures are tougher than your average bear. And they begin coming at you with like a grudge.
What happens with the nat one?
It misses. It flies way off into the distance.
Oh, we're not going to do
Spoiler
like a
alert.
critical fail or anything?
No, we've never done critical fails, man.
Okay.
Is that the end of your turn?
Yep.
All right.
Now it's initiative for other people?
Yeah, I was going to hope they see me swoop overhead shooting arrows behind me.
This one runs forward. And now it's initiative for everyone else.
Boogie 12. Wait, 13.
Zoit. Calamacy.
$27.
Zoit.
Sorry, I keep saying 21, and you're not answering me. I was muted.
All right. So the one that's flying, Bone Devil 1, begins hauling ass towards. You see flying through and hearing this horrible noise from its wings flying forward. Zoe, it's your turn.
Do I have any past knowledge about how strong these things are, what they are, whatever?
They don't look familiar to you. They definitely look like they're not from this world. They're horrible looking.
And they are how far away from me?
Oh, sorry, that's not even close. Just under 200 foot. They're 180 feet, 190 feet.
I have to see how far these go. So the first thing I'm gonna do is do my hoo-hoo, hoo-hoo, and get Adler back with me.
Okay.
And then I would like to mount Adler. Is that an action?
Well, let's see how far away he is and how close he can get. Far here. So he could get to you with a dash. Okay.
Okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and mount him then, and hang tight for my next turn because I can't go anywhere now. He's used
All
up
right.
his movement.
Wow.
I would like to ready myself. Hey, by
What?
any chance, do we have any weapons?
You
What?
have all your gear on you.
Okay. All right. I couldn't recall if we put
Amos.
our gear back on.
All right. With that dash, were they like gaining ground on us, or were they staying pretty much the same distance?
So the Griffin seems like it flies about twice their speed.
Okay. I'm gonna have a. I'm not gonna have it dash this time. I'm just gonna go 80 feet, and then I'm gonna take my 3 shots again. First one is 18 to hit.
Misses.
Next one is a nat 1 again. What the hell? And the next one is 17.
Misses.
Wow, I have a plus 13 to hit. I'm not doing good.
All
I
three
guess.
blow past, missing the creatures, and get one. I think if you get in that one, the next time I'm gonna do a critical failure. That's 3 in a row.
Yeah, this is my first time doing mounted archery, guys. Give me a break.
All right. Approaches forward again. The air elemental turns to join the fight. And the Bone Devil comes up to the air elemental. And you guys watch as the Bone Devil makes 3 attacks against the air elemental. It reaches out, clawing it twice with its long, mangled claws, and then it whips around and stings towards the air elemental too. And let's see. The air elemental is resistant to it and immune to poison. Wow.
Way to go, little air
Air elementals are basically anti bone devils.
Good call summoning it then. Oh boy.
Sorry, let me do math.
Yeah, you should see the list of resistances, immunities, and condition immunities it has. It's pretty long.
So it's going to take 12 damage with all its immunities and resistances. The air elemental begins fighting back. I shouldn't have given you. You got to roll these for me. Roll your fucking air elementals. So you need to make two attacks. You can either have them slam twice or do a whirlwind. Which do you choose?
2 slam attacks.
Okay, so he's gonna make 2 slam attacks. A nat 1 and a nat 2. Okay. So he
Man,
misses
if
both
only-
times.
If I were my other character, I might be able to help here.
Boogie, it's your turn.
Okay. If I got a clear shot at anybody, I want to shoot at them.
You have a clear shot towards. I guess the one's up in the air.
And they're farther than 150 feet.
Yeah.
I'll still shoot at those ones.
Okay, roll a disadvantage.
Whatever the closest one of them is. I don't think. Did I see either one get hit already by his?
Two of them have been hit, but the closest one is one that was hit. The closest one in the air, I mean. Because you'd have to shoot through the air elemental to shoot here, so I don't think that's doable.
Okay, first shot 24 to hit.
At disadvantage?
Yes.
Wow.
Oh, both of these 2 attacks were crits. But the next one is 15 to hit at disadvantage.
Okay, misses. So the first one hits. That's insane at disadvantage.
And 14 at disadvantage. Yeah, so I could potentially have gotten 2 crits. But 1 hit here. Five piercing.
And it's just regular piercing?
Yep, ordinary. Well, the longbow is. It might be a +1 from the that Fey guy. But the ammo's regular.
If the bow was enchanted, then okay.
5 piercing.
Is at the end of your turn, good sir.
I guess I'll get my griffin to go attempt to defend Bezoid. But that's it.
You're giving me what?
Sorry. Boogie's griffin comes flying down, hovering slightly over you, ready for you to launch, to fly with you. Clamsty, it's your turn.
Okay. Just start making my way this way.
Making my way downtown, faces past, I'm homebound.
See a bone devil and I'm homebound. And I'll kill you.
Bone your devil.
Ooh.
Take my swords out and ready them if a bone devil comes on me, but I'm intending to head towards this guy.
Okay.
Oh, that bone devil's gonna come on you, alright.
Yeah.
Sorry. You set that up too perfectly.
You see the shadow of a bone devil fly right over top of you, and you hear the wings beating down. This kind of nasty, dried blood, gore smell coming down from it. He is about 35 feet above you.
Well, I'm braced for impact.
Bezoid. Bezoid.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
All right.
You know, they say you marry women like your mother, and I can see some similarities here.
Oh, fuck off.
Double that. What the heck? Let's see. Why can't I see how far I am? Can you please tell me how far away I am? For some reason, it's not.
From who?
There it goes. So it's like 180 feet 160 with my Griffiths dash.
Yes.
And how close are all three of these bone devils?
So one bone devil is 95 feet. One of them's 105 feet, and the other one is 180 foot away.
Okay. I would like to pull out my Talisman of Good, and I would like to go right between the two. So I want to go 100 feet, right between the two of them, on my Griffith, of course. And I want to use my Talisman of Good on these two to send them to the pits of hell!
Okay, this is the second time you're using it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You do remember that it has a limited number of charges, right?
I do. I've got it written down, buddy.
Okay. And you're using it on who?
On these two.
You
Because
can
the
only use it
fissure
on...
opens up to a 60.
Yeah, and hold on.
I mean, a 30-foot hole, so I want to suck them both in it.
You're just gonna suck those bone
says-
monsters with your hole. Got it.
The monster
You
has to
got
be
it.
on the ground though, like flying. They'd have to be less than the height that they are to the ground because the fissure opens on the ground. It's not like it's like a huge vacuum that sucks in things that are 40 feet up in the air into it, kind of deal.
Okay, I'm just joking then.
You can use it on this dude.
Is he on the ground?
This guy is right here.
But I don't want to use it for one dude.
Okay. Sorry.
I thought I was going to be really cool and suck two of them into the fissure. What the hey? I am... Y'all gonna revive me if I die, right?
I mean, I would just plan a little smarter then. We're not like desperate or anything right now.
But these guys are really kind of hard to kill, right?
I guess.
No, I haven't got a whack one.
Alright, so I am gonna come up with my little man. He's the one that is 95 feet away from me. The one on the ground? Yes.
Nah, he's the one that's like 105.
Okay. I am... going to approach him up to like 70... We'll do 80 on the Griffith, use up his speed. And I am going to cast magic arrow. Or magic darts, I'm sorry. Find it. Magic
Is it
missiles.
Magic missile, yeah.
Yeah. So I need to find my 4. All 4 or all 3 of them will go to him. Seven total damage.
Huh. Do you
Yeah,
have any
that was-
sort of plus modifier on that?
+1.
Okay, so it's 4 of them going to him, right?
Oh, 7. Sorry, I only did 3. 10. That's a little bit better. Thanks. Hey, Bill needs my help really quick. I'll be right back.
You're not coming through, Hanson.
Bone Devil 2 is going to.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize I was muted.
We're all the worst, dude. These pack creatures, you see the other one flying over, hovering just behind the other one, and it looks like they are prepped to come down on the air elemental and Calamity. But having to have dash, they're going to keep the safe space and stay up high until they can drop. Stella.
Oh boy. Wait, how'd I...
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you moved me.
You were here.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense.
Or sorry, no. It was actually like here. I forgot you were on your griffin. I was taking control.
Okay, well, I'm gonna move... We're gonna kind of go this way and kind of sweep out. And I'm gonna take my 3 shots again.
Okay.
First one, 20.
One bone devil is kind of blocking the other one, so if you were trying to attack this one right here, it'd be at disadvantage because the other one's like right even with it, and it's kind of like behind, blocked by the other one.
Okay,
You
I'll
see
do
what I
it.
mean?
Yeah, I'll take it. First one is 22. Oh, I'm sorry, 23.
Hits.
Next one is the one at disadvantage. So I rolled 19 and 16.
Miss.
Okay, and the last one is net 20. Let's go.
Nice.
Why am I rolling 1s and 20s so much today? Wait, first one is 9 damage.
Okay.
I'm back.
And the next one is going to be 12, 18, 21.
Okay. The last one you hit turns and looks at you, and the look in its eye is kind of like a fucking as soon as I'm done with this air elemental, I'm coming for your ass kind of look. Like pissed that I got hit so hard. Is that the end of your turn?
Not a chance. Yes, sir.
Alright. This one's going to make its attack again at the air elemental, trying to get it out of its way. It's going to do. Air elemental, whirlwind or 2 slams?
2 slams.
Nat 20. And
Dude, this is off the shizzle.
14. So the second one hits. The first one does 21
you need-
plus 10, 31 damage total.
Let's go.
Okay. So that one's just getting wailed on. Boogie, it's your turn. When's it gonna be my turn to drop down? Jeez. Boogie, go ahead. I said, Boogie, go ahead.
Right, I moved. Got any good line of sight on anybody? I'm sure one of them, at least.
Will you look for me, Caitlin, real quick? I just have to wait to grab a snack. I'm fucking starving.
I don't really know where I'm supposed to be looking.
Just look. I trust you, man. Do you have line of sight on any of them? The one fighting the. There's 2 that are currently flying above Calamity, and then there's one fighting the air elemental real close to Calamity.
I mean, the 2 above me, if he's able to shoot up that high, he does.
Yeah, they're only about 35, 40 feet off the ground.
Yeah, I think I can shoot the closer one out of the ones above her normally. So I'm going to just shoot all 3 shots at that one. There we go. A crit, a 24, and a 12.
First 2 hit. You guys are rolling really high.
Yay!
Except for me.
The one that's not a crit is 7 piercing. And the one that is a crit is 22 piercing.
22 and 7, you said?
Yes.
Okay, he's resistant, so it's going to be 22 plus 7, 29. So that's... Okay. So you're going to take 14 piercing damage. And that's this one, right?
Closer of the ones near Calamus. Above her.
Okay. So number 1, that's 14. Which, so much math. Okay. Climacy. It's your turn. I can take over doing whatever you're doing in the kitchen.
Just prepping mac and cheese to start boiling. Might need a little more water, I'm not sure yet.
That's great, but what's your character doing?
I have to walk back to my computer. Still readied because nobody's dropped down.
Okay.
Wait, isn't there a guy near you that you can just attack?
Yeah, but that's what I want to do.
Okay, go ahead.
So that's your turn. Okay. So, I know you just said again, but finally, Bone Devil 1 drops down, right smack in front of you to attack. You're gonna get your attack that you were readied for, and he is going to make 2 claw attacks and a sting. $22 to hit. $27 to hit. And then a nat 20. Do all 3 of those hit?
Yeah, I only have a 19.
Okay. And what's your attack that you were ready for?
15 plus 13 to hit with my Vorpal sword.
Okay. Hits.
Mm. 9 damage.
Okay. So I need you to make a Constitution saving throw for me, please. His first attack does 11 slashing.
24.
Okay. So 11 plus his second attack does 8 slashing. And then when his stinger comes in, it's going to do 24 piercing. And okay, so you do not get poisoned. And that was 27. It was a crit. 27 plus 2 is 54 poison damage
I want to half that.
using.
My uncanny dodge, my reaction.
Let me look to see if you can.
Or was it considered a reaction when I held my thing?
Yeah, that is your reaction. Because you're readying to use your reaction when it drops down.
And I no longer want to fight.
Okay, that is the end of the Bone
Truce.
Devil's turn. But so wait,
Did you disengage or no? When you said that you no longer wanted to fight?
it's not our turn.
No, I can't do that. I'm just saying out loud I no longer want to fight. That was too much damage for one person. Like, that took me from full health down to 63. 160 to 63.
Wow.
Jeez.
I'm still on Adler, so I am going to instruct Adler to fly away. And we are going to go south, perhaps.
So, just so you're aware of the situation, Calamity's here, getting ready to get dropped down by another Bone Devil, and it's just her and the Air Elemental over there, and then you're just turning around and leaving.
Um, is it possible for me to swoop in and grab her as I fly off with Adler?
They might get an opportunity of attack against you, but that is a thing you can do in D&D, yeah.
Okay, I would like to attempt to have Adler swoop in quickly and swiftly as I reach out and grab Calamity and we fly away.
Calamity, as you would see her flying in with the Griffin, would you be ducking to dodge, or would you think that Calamity would understand the intent? What's going on here?
I think she would understand.
Okay, as you swoop down and grab hold of Calamity, she grabs on. The Bone Devil is going to take very intelligently and vindictively as you swing away another slice at Calamity. No memento. Okay, and he's going to use. I think he's going to try to sting you again and end you with his poison. 18. 26 to hit. And I'll need you to roll another Constitution saving throw.
10. 9. I lied. 4 plus 5.
So we're gonna do 8 piercing damage. And what was that number there? It was.
This has been calculated with the resistance to poison that we have.
Are you resistant to poison?
All of us are.
Mm-hmm.
No. Why didn't you guys tell me that when I said you take poison damage?
I don't think you've actually said poison damage.
Yeah, the stinger is
Except for
poison damage.
the Emus.
He was the first one that got hit.
How do we know what they're using poison on all of us? I haven't been hit yet, so.
So it was 23 poison damage. And then if you're resistant to poison damage, that works out to be 11 poison damage.
Does that half her damage from earlier?
Are you guys resistant to
Yeah.
poison for sure?
Yeah,
I have it
I've
on
got
my
it.
character sheet.
I have it on mine too.
I thought you were. You're immune to disease. I know that.
And
Yes.
resistant to poison. We got it in the
Mhm.
same blessing from Shantae.
Yep.
Okay. So the last one was what, 56 poison damage that you took?
54. I thought.
So take the damage I just gave you. Did you add all that damage to yourself? It was 11 poison, 8 piercing,
Yes.
and then since you were resistant to the previous attack, add 27 to your health.
Okay, and before my turn ends, as I sweep down and grab her and see the additional attack and see how bad of a shape she's
Hold on,
in.
pause. 1 second. Hold that thought. I'm so sorry. Emus, how much poison damage did you take?
It wasn't that much.
Okay. Never assume that I know what your, even if it's a blessing I've given you, never assume I know what your, I don't keep that categorized in my brain. I don't remember that. I expect players to tell me when it happens.
Yeah, we halved it for my damage.
Oh, okay. Continue, Bezoit. I'm sorry.
Okay, so as I sweep down and grab Clemency and see the damage that she's in and that the Bone Devil hit her again, I am going to do Cure Wounds on her and restore her for 20 health as we go as far as we can away from the Bone Devils.
Okay. You reach it down, heals you, kill him. See, you got that? Cool. All right. You're not actually here. I'm gonna disappear you because you're over with your griffin. All right. Well, who's close now? Just the air elemental?
Yep.
All right. He drops down and they start fucking this air elemental up with advantage. They begin unleashing an onslaught. Emus, it looks like your air elemental is flickering and probably about half health. It is your turn on Stella.
I'm gonna keep on looping around. Over here, and then over here. And then I'm gonna take my 3 shots.
You're still fighting.
23.
I just realized that Emus being faster than them and having more range, we don't have to fight this fight.
23 to hit. 28 to hit, and last but not least, 30 to hit.
Well, Star was talking at me. I'm so sorry. Those are all north of 19, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, all hit.
First one is 10 points of damage, 12, and 7.
10, 12, 7, going 1, 2, 3.
How are you?
Yep.
Good.
Okay, very nice. I got it. Your three
And in my turn.
lay into. The one looks, actually, two of them look relatively hurt.